Hi, it's Chris Kerr, and every year I have a select group of clients that I either invite to my home or we do something virtual or we have an event somewhere, and I spend a couple of days working with them and on my own businesses in order to come up with a plan for 2019. Each of us would have a business plan, a marketing plan mapped out for everything we plan to do with room for adjustments, but it's all planned out so that the rest of the year is taken care of. We know what we're doing, we know where our goals are, we know how we're going to measure how we're getting there, we know how much budget, we know everything we plan to do to get to where we need to be to achieve our goals. It works really, really well. Where this year comes in, I'm doing things a little differently. Um, I'm looking to increase the number of people who attend and participate. So I've come up with a pricing strategy that is very helpful and very competitive. I've included a lot more than I've ever included before. And I've broken it down into 3 half days and a single 90-minute one-on-one. So it's 3 half days with everybody and a single 90-minute one-on-one with me to really drill down and make sure you've got everything you need for 2019. But by the end of the 3 days, you should be pretty much set and excited about what your new year is going to look like. You're going to have a daily plan of what needs to get knocked out for the rest of the year. And it's surprising how helpful that is in increasing your results, not by a little bit, but by a long shot. I'll give you an example. I was working with somebody last night, and they were talking about taking a project that they're working on and growing it from $100 a month to six and a half figures by the end of the year. And just in talking to them and showing them what we're doing, they already figured out that they needed to dramatically overhaul that plan if they were going to actually even come close to their own original goal. But let alone that, looking at what their real goals are for the year, it's a much bigger set of goals. And so you need to take that and map it out to see how you're going to get there. Half the year's going to go by, and you won't even be stepped in the right direction, right? We're so far ahead of that curve. We have a lot of great tools and techniques and strategies and whatnot that we can help you with in laying out your goals for 2019 and how specifically you're going to get there. So if you are interested in doing this and you're an existing customer, here's the awesome news. It's only $250. That is thousands less than it was last year. Literally thousands less. It's $250 for an existing customer. If you happen to be someone who's not a customer of mine, then that number is $1,250. Again, thousands less than last year. And there's so much more in it this year. And the reason I'm doing that, apart from trying to get more people involved, because here's the thing. Businesses that don't have their marketing figured out in full by the end of May always, always, always are caught flat-footed when it comes to Q4. If you don't have your year planned out by May, by Q4 you're done. Like by the end of May, the rest of your year is a write-off. And yeah, there are exceptions to that rule, but for the most part, if you're talking about any serious volume of revenue, if you don't have the game plan that you've got in place, you've got the staff, you've got everything organized so that you know what you're going to do for the rest of that year, and you've got your graphic design set up, you've got your A/B testing that you're doing all the rest of that time, so you can optimize the value you get for the budget you put in during Q4. If you don't have that figured out, you're not going to make any money in Q4. You just aren't. May is that time period every year that you have to have that worked out. Now, the people who are doing it in May, they're not getting the discount. They're not getting this deal. That's a $6,000 weekend or more, depending on how much more I put into that. Maybe I'm going to do that as a cruise, right? But I'm not doing it virtually either. So you're going to have to go someplace for a week in order to knock this out. Or you can spend 3 half days virtually with me this December 28th, 29th, and 30th and be all set, ready to go come the new year. for as little as $250 or $1,250, depending on whether you're an existing client or a new client. The other thing that I like about this model, especially for this part of the year, because I'm trying to get more people to get it done first, not have to play catch up in May, right? By helping more people get it done first, then I can help them through the rest of the year in making it happen. Whereas otherwise, I get to spend the rest of the year teaching them how to plan it, because they run out of runway too early to be able to capitalize on it by the end of the year. You've got to be able to hit the ground running. If you look at any major league sports team that has a winning record, you'll find that the early wins may not be the most exciting wins. They may not be the ones where they're most ready for it, but they win the games early so that their overall record is always in a position they're ready to be able to win the games that matter. But if you don't have those early wins, no game matters, because you're never going to win the prize, right? You've got to have a big enough body of early wins to capitalize on it. That means you have to have your stuff coordinated. That takes planning, that takes thinking, that takes your off-season time to do that. This is that off-season. For most businesses, that week between Christmas and New Year's, you're filling out paper, you're doing the last little bits for the year, but you're done. The biggest hunk of your year is done. You're not out there trying to scramble for the last few dollars. And if you are, you need to fix that so next year you don't have that problem, right? This is that week of downtime that you get to recover, you get to reflect, you get to think, you get to plan, you get to be ready for the next year. And the best way to do that is to work with me and get them in paper, in writing, with spreadsheets, so you know how that's going to work for the rest of the year. Just knock it out. Get it done. If you are serious about hitting some goals next year, you need those plans. So we got 17 documents, 18, 19 documents, I think, that you get in this package. And we're going to fill them all out in 3 days. If you want to work with me, sign up below. Read the rest of the details. They're all down below. But this is how you turn your 2019 into the 2019 you're going to be telling everybody else about all next year. So that's it for now. I'm Chris Kerr. Look forward to seeing you on December 28th, 29th, 30th online at the 2019 Virtual Marketing Planning Workshop. Thanks so much.